All right, everybody. I hope everyone's having a great New Year so far. We have a really badass show this week on Vinyl Voices Radio, sponsored by Adley Law Firm. Jesse, who's on the show this week?
John, tonight we have some grown folks music. It's Astro Inn on the show tonight.
It's going to be fun. I know I was listening to a lot of that this week, you know, that they're going to be on the show. So I think everybody's going to be having a good time.
Yeah, especially after midnight. It's after midnight music.
After midnight music, which is also a good time to stop by Frank's.
Yes.
But Frank's Pizza.
Yep.
All right, let's get started.
Well, I say what?
For the fellowship.
This is Vinyl Voices Radio. ESPN 97.5.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm John Goodman.
Jesse Sandehan.
All right, everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Vinyl Voices Radio here on ESPN. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank some Frank's Pizza for donating some pizza every week to keep us relatively sober throughout the show. I'm John Denman. He's Jesse Sandejas. And, man, we have a really fun show tonight, like we were talking about.
We do, yeah. Tonight we have Astro Inn. So we have Nick and Jacob here on the couch. We have Felix over in the background. So
we have an extra camera tonight.
Which one's my camera? The one staring directly at my face?
Yes.
All right, hello.
They can all be your camera.
Onward.
Yeah. So we're going to talk songs, some new stuff, a little bit older stuff, a little bit later in the show, but just all good stuff.
Yeah. So this week, whenever since the song's over, like every week, okay, let's listen to this band, see what they're all about. And so I'm in the living room playing the music at the house, and it's like, man, this is some catchy stuff. And then it just continues a little more, but one song changes like 18 times. You know, it's just like it's from one song to another, but it all flows really good. I think this is going to be the first song we listen to, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe Better Days is going to be the first one.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't change quite 18 times, but there's a lot of different parts to that whole song.
There's a key change, yes.
Yeah, and my wife walked in, she's like, is that still the same song? I'm like, it is. She's like, nice.
Yeah, sweet.
That's what we're looking for. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking about it, so why don't we listen to it and then we'll
talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it some more.
Hell yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Hopeless rock and roller, the first one to the scene. My conscience in a coma, good judgment down the drain. And I thought you were game, but you're with another. Lover, you've changed. Long, lonely summer on the range. Baby, don't you want to go get fucked up like we used to? I've seen better days. I doubt that could change. I've been winners, and I haven't got one wrong. Microwave TV dinners, I'm getting reconciling songs. Don't mind me, carry on. It's you're with another. Lover, you've changed. It's a long, lonely summer on the range. Baby, don't you want to go get fucked up like we used to? I've seen better days.
Yeah,
Nice.
we wrote that. Man.
Yeah, you guys made that song.
Yeah, man.
You did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot in that song. I mean, like just surface. It's just a nice, easy like background. Like if you play in the background, you're gonna be in a good mood, right? You're just like you hear it, you're just like, oh, it just kind of flows nice and easy. But then when you start listening to it, there's a lot of changes that happen in that song, like I kind of mentioned earlier, and the backup vocals in that one.
Was that really you?
That's okay. It's a lot of
a lot of
and
Nick.
it's a robot Nick. It's a
Yeah, there's Joe from New Orleans.
There's a
There's
guy-
Tyranny who sings in our wedding band.
I mean, just in the
There's
video, you're back
a bunch
there
of
like,
people. Jacob's in there as well.
okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Quite a few voices. Some organic, some cybernetic.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
actually.
kind of piggybacking on what John said, when you're listening to it, yeah, it's got that nice, groove to it. But then when you listen to the lyrics, it's like, oh man,
Yeah.
my man's going through something
Oh
here.
yeah, yeah.
So
Take it
yeah,
right out of that good mood.
right. Don't listen to the lyrics.
Before you get
that's
too
great,
comfortable.
Right, like when you write a song that you're like, man, that song made me happy. You're like, did you listen to it?
It's like that pumped up kicks theory,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
There,
yeah.
That's kind of like the ultimate holy grail
Dude.
of that. Like, this is a nice jingle about a murderer.
We play that.
Yeah.
We play that at weddings. People are dancing, and I'm like, are they listening to what this
Don't
is?
stop dancing,
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
but you can't.
what's the genesis of this? Tell us about
That song, one of the pitches that we like to give about that song whenever we're going to play it live is this is like a song for you if you've ever been at a point in your life when you are looking around and everybody around you, friends, family, or maybe just people you see on social media. Social media. Of course, we do a lot of abbreviations there. 'Cause
Sure.
It's just a really long term.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about.
Listen,
Can't waste time, man.
Yes.
Time's money.
and money is pizza.
Money's pizza. That's right.
Thank you, Aubrey Plaza. Shout out. Close personal friend. But when you're looking around at people in your life, or maybe that you are seeing outside of your life, and it seems like people are starting to have a lot of success. They're making money. They're getting new jobs. They're buying houses. They're getting therapy. It's working.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
And you're not.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're a piece of shit,
Yeah.
right? And you're in the muck.
POS.
And you're POS. Sorry, politically correct, of course. Yeah, and you might be. Maybe it's time for you to grow up, but you're not ready.
Yeah.
You're 47. you're almost there.
You're almost.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that
Like
is that
me.
song. That is that song. And, a lot of people identify with that song. That's what we talk about on this show is like the universal,
Yeah.
point, that connection that you guys make as songwriters with people. It's
Yeah.
that's a tough one, but
It
we
is.
need to have that out there.
It is.
We've been playing music for a long time. I think Astro Inn, and especially this more recent and the new group of music, kind of hit that high energy in the music, but sort of frustration in the lyric that comes from all. We shared a lot of just experiences in common, even if we weren't going through the exact same thing together. We went through very similar things, and other people in the band and with the band. So hopefully the songs speak for everybody in there. But I think that a lot of times, there's that comment about, well, you kind of got to go through some to make some good art.
Yeah.
And when you're not going through some stuff, I don't feel like you don't want to overuse it.
Yeah.
Then you think to yourself, no, you don't have to. And then you go through a bunch of bad stuff and your art gets better and you say, okay, I surrender.
Yeah.
It works. So that frustration always plays, I think, to people because you think about the blues, you think about different
say-
varieties of music, but what I like about Better Days is it's not mood specific. You don't have to be feeling down to listen to that song. You don't have to be feeling up because the music and the track is sort of buoyant, which I think is sort of a reflection of our frustration, us getting it out, essentially.
Right.
And then, yeah, you look into the lyrics and sort of tongue-in-cheek, but, yeah, there's something else beneath it. But I'm not personally in the mood to always listen to, let's say, like an incredible artist who makes gorgeous music like Elliott Smith. It's like, I'm not trying to cry every day. But if I am, then I'll go right to that and I'll let it envelop
Every
me.
once in
But
a
I'm-
while, you need that, right?
Yeah,
you
exactly.
do. Yeah, exactly.
it's-
But I think what we're interested in doing, because we've played live so much together over the years, is that we'd like something that's a little bit more, I'm not saying anything whatsoever negative about Elliott Smith or Moses Sumner, like beautiful music like that, but something that's like, hey, we can play this on the road if we've been playing for 6 nights in a row, and it'll give us some energy. But if we're, feeling emotional about something, you can dig into the lyrics and be like, oh, this is coming from a real place, and this sort of an exorcism of sorts.
For sure. Yeah, it's like Nick brings a lot of these songs over to the studio where we dissect them and try to make them
Shout out to the
bigger
studio.
Yeah, I
out.
run King Mini Productions, House of Sound, baby.
Yeah, he does all our production. Like we do all the recording, all the production. He's the producer and
Sorry.
master with Paul
I
Cox at
interrupted.
226.
No, I appreciate that. I would have never plugged myself because I suck at that. But yeah,
This is the place.
I know. Literally why we're doing this. Yeah, Nick brings in some songs and then he always has a batch of them, and it's impossible for Nick not to write a hit. It's just what comes out of him, man. It's just all hits. He's a hit machine.
How do you receive it though? Do you receive like the lyrics and he already has like an idea for the sound?
He'll bring it in like almost like a garage band project with like a bunch of placeholder drums and stuff like that. And I was like, dang, it's all here. And then we'll work out a bridge together, or we'll work out some part of it where it needs to, like, something's missing right here, or what if we rearranged it? But for the most part, it's like, he knows what he wants, and
He shows me how to play guitar.
it's definitely a symbiotic thing. We go back and forth and like try to make it a little bit more like, I think you could use this, or he'll bring in the lyrics. I'm just like, dude, this has to be a song. We have to make this a song, And just so happened, he brought a large batch of songs this last time, and I'm just like, we literally sat in my truck and we're like, that one's got to get recorded, that one's got to get recorded, that one's going to be something cool. And then, yeah, this was like one of the first ones where we're like, let's start with this, because we knew it would be something that's upbeat, still has remnants of like all the bands we've ever been in. It's like a faster rock thing than some of our other songs, but it also has like new elements of
Major key.
yeah, stuff that we've never
A lot
tried.
of our songs we do are sort of sauntering, slithering slut pop.
Yeah, real.
Which we'll play tonight.
We're gonna
This is
hear
one
some of
Kind
those.
of like,
Yeah.
like
Those are the ones
brighter
I like
ones.
personally.
Yeah.
I love Better Days.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful song.
Yeah,
But-
But
Let's get to the good
I
stuff.
mean, I want I have a playlist, and
yeah.
those songs are on that
I'll be
playlist.
curious to hear which ones you dig. But thank you. We really appreciate it. And thanks for taking the time to like actually, it sounds hilarious. Like, yeah, we're doing a show about music, but people don't always take the time to really dig into it and have an opinion. So this is really cool for us. Thanks for having us.
We're interested big time.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
you always have been. You guys have been huge supporters of ours since early days. We had an old band, like a funk rock kind of thing called Handsome Beast, and we, you've written about us countless times when other people wouldn't, and we did the old show back at we did Drink of Ages together years ago, so we are very psyched to be here, very sincerely, so this is a good time.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap up this episode. That's a good time to stop it, man. I mean,
Perfect.
Yeah.
And,
Kudos to us. We can end every segment on that.
I know.
Get props.
Just run that one back. Cut it.
Tony's calling me. I'm pretty sure he's outside.
All right, let's go get Tony. Let's take a break and grab another beer and some pizza. This is Battle Voices Radio on ESPN. We'll be right back.
Wake up, I'm feeling the brain dead deja vu. I stay up at the ceiling and I smoke that residue. Then I watch an episode of Cops. It's almost 1 o'clock. Feel like I had to meet up somewhere with someone, but I forgot. I'm in the Geo Metro. The gas tank's running low. Then scoop up bad boy little Pedro and his hydroponic wall. Yeah, you can find us at the
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Adley Law Firm have helped navigate their clients through car and truck accidents, premise liability claims, and other types of personal injury cases. They are board certified and have an aggressive reputation with insurance companies, and their caring approach to clients has made them one of Houston's best Google-reviewed personal injury firms. Live chat now with an Adley Law Firm representative at adleylawfirm.com or call 713-999-8669 for a free consultation. No fees unless they win your case. 713-999-8669. Key T Wellness, our friends down in Dickinson, is where you need to go if you're feeling sluggish, non-energetic, and non-motivated, not just when you're hungover. Get to know your numbers. As we get a little older, our hormone levels change, men and women. Key T Wellness can help. Weight loss, hormone optimization, low testosterone, B12, Botox, and more. KeyTWellness.com. Why not feel your best again? KeyTWellness.com.
Welcome to Vinyl Voices with your hosts, John Denman and Jesse Sandejas, where the music flows as freely as the beer.
Tired of my fiction. confusion. It's not me that you're missing. I lay low, lay low. No, across the line.
All right, we are back. This is Vinyl Voices Radio here on ESPN 97.5. He's Justin Dejas. I'm John Denman. And we have
Astro Inn.
Astro.
Yep.
Astro Inn.
Astro Inn.
Yeah, we have additional member of Astro Inn now.
I know we
John.
gained one during the break.
Just magically appeared. Mm-hmm. Yep.
The
This
pretty
is
one.
Tony.
The face.
The face of the whole operation.
He's the hair of the operation. for
The
sure.
hair of the operation.
Can we give them a profile? How about that camera over there? Give them a little profile. It's
Oh,
glorious.
nice.
Look at that.
I mean, we would also go over the whole fashionista aspect of everything, too. Because that's a good looking jacket you got on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think
Pretty sweet.
it was my mom's.
There's still some receipts in the pocket.
He's cool. Yeah, Fiesta.
I mean, Astro Inn.
It's like from the 80s, dude.
Astro Inn has a swag.
Thank you.
You kind of got to.
Thank you.
Yeah, so just real quick, Astro Inn, whenever I saw Jesse said the thing, I was like, Astro Inn's going to be on. I'll look you guys up. I'm like, oh, I know these guys. That's great. And but it was like funny that you guys picked that name. I mean, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's it's a Houston staple. If you guys are aware, I'm surprised that more people in Houston haven't been aware of it. But it's a if you know, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a if you've seen the first 48, you know.
Yeah.
Because it was this old seedy den of iniquity off of 45, the Cavalcade exit, that
It's
Pee Wee,
not-
the former guitar player, and I used to live next door to.
Yep,
And
yep.
basically you would do crime there.
It's a crime spot. Crime
Yeah.
hotel. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to
Now
say
it's-
anything because we're on camera.
What?
Crime by the
I'm not
hour.
incriminating
Crime
myself.
by the hour.
But,
Yeah.
You actually don't have to
Astro
pay.
Inn said it, y'all. John and
It's not
Jesse
there
didn't
anymore.
say
Now
it.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
Oh,
Regrettably.
okay.
Now carry on.
But when it was,
Now
it
it became
was.
it became a much nicer spot.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
No.
Now all of a
cool
sudden it's
spot.
a super like a badass little spot to go hang out and have
Yes,
a beer.
it is. Yeah, not that it wasn't before, but just different type of
Different
hang.
type.
Different type of badass.
Yes. Yeah, you have to be a badass.
Yeah, I mean, rooms were cheaper
Yeah, less ambulance.
back then.
That's for sure.
They were less amenities, just no frills.
I mean,
I don't know if that's true though.
Well,
Well,
There may have been more amenities back
that's a
then.
good point.
it's good. Yeah.
I don't know if we should shout out the current owner now, because I feel like we're digging them deeper, but y'all can figure it
Hey,
out.
great place to go to now and check out.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, we knew we wanted to change the vibe and the music going forward. We kind of were writing new stuff that sounded different than Handsome Beast. Kind of had a little lineup change too, and we were like, well, we need a new name. I think we should time for that rebranding. And we went through so many different ideas, and none of them really stuck. We just kind of we had a list going. We kind of that was actually one of the first ones that we were kind of pitched and everything. And then when we came back to it, yeah, we remember it was like a. Anyway, it was just one of those
That was
things.
my
that-
idea.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was my
No, I think
idea.
it was Amanda.
It was Amanda, yeah. Well, we're asking all our friends, our close friends too, just kind of like, what is it? Cool names.
It
And
was
we-
right under our nose.
it-
is what it
that's
was.
that's the main thing. Like, dude, we live right next.
You
to
know how
it.
we just
there
described this
all the
place as a seedy murder den of iniquity? Like, that's
That's
the
what we
band.
want.
That's
we
what we
call it,
want to
yes.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
sense. It makes
It
It
sense.
matched the music though more than anything that
Yeah,
we were
that's
writing.
and it's got a Houston
Yeah.
undertone to it, which is important to us as well. And the visuals, which I'm sure we'll get to talking about, they kind of paint this semi-psychedelic romantic version of Houston that we feel like
Yep.
we've had the privilege of getting to see. Everyone else in the band grew up mostly in Houston, and I've lived in Houston for 10 years. And Houston's the kind of city where, like, if you just get dropped into it, it's not like getting dropped into Austin or something where it's obvious. Like, oh, okay, here you go. This is the stuff to do. But Houston is if you know, you know. And there's a really cool side to Houston that I haven't seen in a ton of other cities in the United States. And part of what we like doing as a band is sort of showing that off and maybe emphasizing that to sometimes realistic and sometimes exaggerated extent.
Yeah, I mean, Houston's a place where no matter what you're into, you're going to find it.
Yeah. There's something here for you.
And you're going to find a group of people that are also into it.
Oh yeah.
But you do have to find it. Which
You have to find
which
it.
is can be a drawback. Like when I first moved here, it took a while for me to kind of get a hold of the city. Like I grew up outside of D.C. and then went to school in New Orleans where we started our first band.
Right.
And it took me a while to adjust to Houston, and now I love it, and I've loved it for a long time. But it wasn't easy to figure that out, and so sometimes I hear people who visit Houston, I don't blame them for being like, yeah, I went downtown and it was closed. At like 5 p.m. Like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
most of those cities you can go
Downtown's
around the buildings.
Downtown's for business, okay? You want to party, there's other sort of...
Downtown's open 24 hours a day
Yeah.
if you know where to go.
If you know where to go.
you know where to
That's
go.
true.
Exactly.
That's true.
And that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here to teach that.
That's right.
Well, I feel like that's a good segue, you know, just that idea of Astro Inn, the kind of that grittiness, you know, that little bit of, you know, because going into the next song is it's French Kiss, which is my jam. Like,
Yeah,
I-
I like that.
Come on.
I mean, the wife just stepped out.
I was about
We'll
to
hear
say,
about
where's
this later.
Fish?
Yeah,
We're learning something.
yeah, she knows about this song. So anyway, but let's hear the song and then we'll kind of circle back and talk a little bit.
All right.
All right.
You're too good, it's true. Untouchable, crown jewel. I'm by my lonesome, sitting in the cinema. Flask in my pocket and I filled it up. I ain't reliable, but I ain't a criminal anymore. And baby, you're a French kiss. I'm a piece of shit down there in Texas. Working on my body on the night shift. Halfway stoned. You've been looking out your window, wishing you were still a widow. Now bored out of your mind playing Nintendo 64. Not a prize like you. No offense, it's cool. Ain't on a deadline, timing isn't critical. I'm just an idiot who's singing good. Sick to the red line, mama wants it physical right now. 'Cause baby, you're a French kiss. I'm a piece of shit down there in Texas. Working on my body on the night shift. Halfway stoned. You've been looking out your window, wishing you were still a widow. Now bored out of your mind playing Nintendo 64. Baby, you're a French kiss. I'm a piece of shit down there in Texas. Working on my body on the night shift. Halfway stoned. You've been looking out your window, wishing you were still a widow. Now bored out of your mind playing Nintendo 64. Ooh.
All right, that was French Kiss.
Yeah, that song.
Indeed. That one gets Jesse going.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a slow grind.
I mean, it's-
Same, Jason.
I'm just saying, you know, there are a few like that. You know, I mean, if you're like self-identifying your band as boy adjacent slut pop,
Yes.
you know, you're gonna have some songs like that.
You will.
But
I
y'all-
actually think that song's why we got identified like that. It was
Yeah.
slut pop before our friend Danny and Austin introduced us. We were doing a duo show one day, and that song had just come out, and she was introducing us. She's like a killer MC, and turned to us and said, "I would categorize them as boy adjacent slut pop," and we said,
Yes,
taking it.
we're
I
taking
think it was a
it.
jab, but we rolled with it.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
We're
what you
down
gotta do
on
in this
everything.
business.
Yes. Our shirts are already being printed.
"Yeah,
I mean, I did today just kind of promoting that you guys are going to be on the show. Put like a little thing up on the gram. You know,
Yeah.
just like if your foreplay doesn't involve
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo 64,
Yeah.
you don't know about Astro Inn.
No, no.
Our videographer Felix is going crazy. Those are his two favorite things. N64.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got the.
That's the only kind of
He'll bring it over
foreplay
later.
he's into.
Yeah.
N64 play.
Yeah.
N64 play. Doctor.
Well done.
Pat
Well
Pitney
done.
there, Pat, that's
Yep.
Yeah, I know. It's been a great show, guys.
the trademark right
Yep.
there.
Just
Trademark.
gonna end it right there.
All right.
Again, another T-shirt.
Yeah,
There you go.
Get you the residual.
that's
on
so
that.
good. That's
Yep.
so good.
So this song, we kind of talked about it a little bit in the last segment. And then during the break, is like your writing process. Whenever you sat down and how did this song come to you? To like, what were you thinking? Like, where was your head? And all of a sudden, you're like, this is how I want it to flow.
So I think I mentioned in the previous segment that we all went through a bunch of similar. I think this is ubiquitous during COVID. Like I wish I had. There is interesting personal story behind it, but truly like the songs off of this group, this record, like it came out of COVID, and there's that concept of a lot of artists tend to think, hey, if I just had all day to work on songs, I would make great songs. And the prevailing thought is usually, no, you wouldn't. You need to live life and you need to sort of make art in the margins. And what I found out in COVID at the beginning when I had all day to make songs was those people were wrong. I made a shitload of songs. It was very easy. It was great. It was a fruitful time. I'm struggling. I'm pulling teeth right now on that. But sometimes you get good good momentum with that.
Yeah.
And at that time, just like a lot of people in COVID, who knows what the hell was going on in the galaxy, but we all went through a bunch of really difficult personal shit. Probably the most challenging stuff we've ever gone through in our lives, kind of the biggest stuff that you could go through. And so we were down, but we had each other.
Yeah.
We still do.
Yeah.
And a lot of those songs came from that. And this one came for me after a big breakup of a long time, and I was sort of discouraged realizing that I may not be the eligible bachelor that I once was. And I'm like, damn it, now I'm 30. Old.
Yes. Good luck, buddy.
Good luck.
Just,
Well, let me tell you what.
Slim pickings now.
hope you like kids. I'm just joking.
Listen. And that was it. And then we made the song. We stopped making songs
That
after
was
that.
it. Yeah, that's it.
No, but I was realizing, hey, man, musician, cockroaches in the apartment. This may not be great. It may not be relationship material.
Yeah.
And that was actually a struggle, and it was frustrating until I had an epiphany that I might make for a solid side piece.
Sancho,
Yeah.
dude, Sancho.
And so once again, we drew some inspiration out of that, and we jammed it. And it's the thing where I make the demo on the iPad at the time, was I was just making all these on iPads, and then bring it over to the studio, and we make a little more tasteful. Like, okay, Tony, you redo these keys with his sauce and some of his tones and stuff like that, and we sort of make it our own. And yeah, it's one of our like business card songs, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It was fun to
This is the band.
work on that production because they're like, we always try to make each verse a little different than the one before and additive and stuff. So we're like, let's add some shakers and stuff. Let's add some boom, some funny like moose calls and stuff, and then like
What's a moose call?
I was about to ask the same question.
Can you show us what this called?
Yeah,
I
wanna-
don't know if I can without getting flagged on YouTube. No, whoa, wait, no, it's like where you get to lick your hand. It's already going wrong. It's already going. But like no, you hit the conga and you like you go up with it. And it makes that sound.
Okay.
But like we've always wanted to throw it in a song and it just fit right there. Like always, every time I hear it, I'm like, yeah, it feels cool. And a lot of little things like that made the song just come out from, what do you call that multi-genre kind of vibe it has? I don't know what it is, but it's a little hip hoppy, a little poppy,
Yeah.
and it's tasteful with all
It
the
sounds like you're on like an epic mule
something, but it's sexy,
through the
Right.
like a strong one.
strong. Yeah.
Right.
Like a mountainous sort of terrain.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's other people with you. Neon. I got nothing else for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, bright jackets.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yep.
What I like
Feel
about
it.
this one too is like, well, I guess in another segment we're gonna have Felix come in, but the video really also kind of just
Oh, yeah.
totally captures that vibe that you guys are just talking about. It's,
Oh yeah. He's our.
Great job, Fit.
I love working with that guy. We'll talk more with him soon. But yeah.
Yeah,
he's-
thank you. That's a video we like redid. A lot of these videos, we have videos that we've shelved. And we've gone back and forth over the years of deciding, hey, is this a good use of our time? Like, does making music videos gain you fans or not. And now over the last year, we've really got our swing started, and it's actually getting a lot better with stuff we're about to release in terms of like vertical video on TikTok and Instagram. We found our way into that style that we love doing. We feel cinematic. But at the time, this was sort of at the end of a lot of our focus being on horizontal music videos, and we just kept coming back to the idea that we like it. We like making these.
Yeah.
But we don't always make them phenomenal. It was like we had to have our own film school by making bad ones, and so we have videos that we've shelved and then redone. And this one in particular, we pitched to Felix as an easy, quick shoot. Here's the concept.
Right.
I'm not going to go too deep into the concept there. Let people kind of figure that on their own. But yeah, it actually took quite a bit of time, and we were thrilled with the way it came out.
Yeah, a lot of fun. That's like a...
That's kind of boring. What? Well, this one's horizontal and this one's vertical, and we like it.
I mean, short story told long,
Watch it.
but I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You can cut all that, right?
Mark that, tag that, mark that.
mark that one, edit. Let's go ahead and just, then we'll just call it a segment. I'm just joking. No, for real. That actually was really good, but we're going to take a break and get another beer and another slice of pizza. This is Vinyl Voices Radio on ESPN. We'll be right back.
Black leather with a gold chain on. Now that's an image I can't go. Do you wanna have a smoke? Or do you have to go?
The needle's up, but we'll drop it back soon. See you after I grab the next round.
Key T Wellness, our friends down in Dickinson, is where you need to go if you're feeling sluggish, non-energetic, and non-motivated, not just when you're hungover. Get to know your numbers. As we get a little older, our hormone levels change, men and women. Key T Wellness can help. Weight loss, hormone optimization, low testosterone, B12, Botox, and more. KeyTWellness.com. Why not feel your best again? KeyTWellness.com. For over 30 years, the attorneys at Adley Law Firm have helped navigate their clients through car and truck accidents, premise liability claims, and other types of personal injury cases. They are board certified and have an aggressive reputation with insurance companies, and their caring approach to clients has made them one of Houston's best Google-reviewed personal injury firms. Live chat now with an Adley Law Firm representative at adleylawfirm.com or call 713-999-8669 for a free consultation. No fees unless they win your case. 713-999-8669.
Welcome to Vinyl Voices with your hosts, John Denman and Jesse Sendejas. Grab a drink and get ready to dive into some badass music.
Hi, Vinyl Voices Radio is back here on ESPN 97.5. Justin Diaz, John Denman, Astro Inn. And just as for some reason, we take a break and we come back and there's more people on the couch.
Right.
I don't know how the next segment's going to go, to be honest with you. Luckily, you know, there's three, but that secret fourth segment.
Behind it, yeah.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to lay across. I don't know what's going to
I feel like
happen.
that's very on brand
When the
for
fifth
letter
person
couches
comes.
anyways.
There's rooms. I meant room, just singular.
I mean, the studio is used for a lot of things, and so is that couch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that explains the texture on it.
We always could put on a damn
sticky on that
couch.
side.
Yeah,
You know, it's fine.
Well, we do have another member, the fifth member.
Yeah, this is the...
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. We're missing the Argentinian I also
Yeah.
have on the phone for later.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We did.
Sergio our bassist. But this is Felix, our videographer.
Well, you got to look in the camera.
I honestly
Felix,
don't know
'cause-
which camera to look at because I feel
So
like
many.
20 cameras at once, and there probably is 20.
Yeah, this is great.
Maybe
Nice
19.
setup you guys got here.
Yeah, so this is the camera look.
I mean, if you look even just one, then that's more than you usually look into.
true.
It's
Right.
very
He's on the
true.
other side.
Actually, I'm always on the other side. When am I gonna get my lead? roll?
You're
You
not.
got another 30 seconds on this one.
The baby
We're good.
roll and everything.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
So anyways, yeah. We're here. I'm Felix. Yeah, I shoot your stuff.
Yep.
If you see any photos, videos regarding them, anything that leaked on the
goes
internet,
through,
I probably shot that as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
So the videos that are actually going to be in the videos that we're putting out there
Yeah.
are the ones
Yeah,
we
it was
did.
on video.
We did all those with Felix.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep,
Let's
yep.
see. So what do we do? Better Days, French Kiss, Just Bought a Cadillac, and then another one after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a few more with them. Yeah. For
Oh
sure.
yeah. A lot.
Kind of tell a story of
Many
a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like to tell a story or two, you know.
What's it called? An anthology?
Yes.
Wes Andy did for the French Dispatch.
Wes Andy.
Yeah, yeah.
The French Dispatch. I believe it was referred to as an anthology.
Yeah, we
Although I don't remember if the stories collide at the end.
No, not really.
I do believe they did
Well,
collide at some
Fun
point.
fact,
Yeah,
they
it's like
forced
a-
me to watch a Wes Andy movie.
He's only seen one movie before, and he only needed to see one movie, Rush Hour.
That's all I needed
And
to
even at
see.
some point, like, we're making references.
I thought it was Rush Hour 2.
Well, yeah, Rush Hour 2 counts in the mix as well.
It's
yeah.
an
They're
anthology.
one.
trilogy.
It's an
anthology.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's all one.
Everything that I know about, photography, videography, cinematography,
course.
Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chew it. Chew
Oh,
it.
yeah, laughing.
Chew it like a spider monkey.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's a classic line from Rush Hour 2. I mean,
Yeah.
the Wes Andy movie. Who writes this?
I was beginning the question which Rush Hour you were looking at.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's obvious, right?
not our
Between
age.
the two.
So yeah,
Is that RH? I don't know if that's RH. Dude.
Yeah.
I knew Felix for quite some time. We were homies for a long time, and he would come in the studio sometimes. And I knew it was a matter of time before we worked together filming stuff. And then once it started, it hasn't stopped. And we worked with them once, and it was real easy to us to go back and forth and be like, we're thinking something like this, and he'll film it like that. And I'm like, dude, that's great. Let's keep
Yeah.
going. And then we kind of just built our, team
Oeuvre.
together. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
together.
for sure.
With the team, yeah.
We definitely worked up one hell of a workflow together.
Yeah, for sure, dude, for sure.
We
pushed him the first one.
we worked with
Yeah,
Felix.
we got pushed. I mean, I got pushed.
Yeah, we got.
It was literally a week before we launched the band.
Yeah.
We reshot. We said we reshot videos. Our first single was Venus in Retrograde, and we shot a video that we really liked. Pee Wee, the old guitar player, and I had shot it, and we liked a lot about it, but we realized it probably wasn't up to. We don't know how to shoot, so it wasn't up to par with what we wanted to do. And
Yeah.
Jacob kind of came up with the last second idea to go shoot at a studio, and he said Felix shoots stuff. We said, all right, let's do it. And then we're like, let's just continue doing it.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
went great.
So it went quick, and it was a long shoot too, but we got so much knocked out.
we
By the
did.
time we put it together, we kind of had the idea already in our head, and it was just like, dude, look, this is great. So, and ever since then, now it's like, what are we doing next? And it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
Well,
really that.
we, as we always say, we got into music for one reason:
Yep,
to make movies.
that's right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Direct path.
And I've been learning along the whole ride.
Yeah,
It's
good.
just
Yeah.
We're getting better.
Yeah, of course. Working with these guys definitely pushed me, and I've gotten a lot better, a lot quicker than the usual person. So,
Yeah.
I can't complain. It's always something new.
We
It's
yell-
always a trial and error.
Yeah, we yell at him, but it's out of love. It's out of love. He yells at us too.
Oh yeah, plenty of yelling.
Shout out to Nick Saban, just retired today. I look at myself not as Nick Saban, but as one of his equipment managers. And what would his equipment manager do to a helmet that wasn't getting strapped up
Outta
correctly?
here.
He would yell at it.
Yeah.
It's a valid point.
Yeah.
Very
I know.
valid.
So what song are we going to listen to now?
I just bought a Cadillac, which is, it's really kind of a strange segue on a radio show that we're talking about, like all these visuals.
Yeah.
But for you in YouTube land is just bought a Cadillac.
Just bought a Cadillac. Never get the money back. Do you love me? Do you love me? Take it for a weekend ride. 27-hour drive. Do you trust me? Do you trust me? Late at night, my mind's on you. I'm stuck like Gorilla Glue. Just bought a Cadillac. Never get that money back. Do you love me? Do you love me? Take it for a weekend ride. 27-hour drive. Do you trust me? Do you trust me? Late at night, my mind's on you. I'm stuck like Gorilla Glue. Catching chemtrails of your love. Realize I fucked it up.
right, so let's talk about that song because that's a lot different from the first two.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that one's just how would I describe that song?
How would you describe that song?
Well, it kind of has like this weird club vibe to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Okay, how would you describe this?
It kind of has that weird car vibe to it. I mean, besides the fact that Cadillac is mentioned, and it feels like just a late at night
Yep.
cruising.
It's a creeper. That's what
Yeah.
I
It's
always.
bumping.
That's
Yeah.
music
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
I mean, you could turn your car into a club.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I'm sure you have.
What is a car but a
Several
mobile
times.
club anyway?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. But yeah,
Many best.
it's one of the one Nick brought in, and we were just like, this is super cool. It has to be something. It has to. We wanted it to keep going up and feel like that bumping vibe, adding stuff. He had some 808s on it already. I'm like, okay, so how can we do this and keep it additive? Like we would like to, say it. It's so minimal at the beginning of just a simple beat. We tried other stuff like it needs to keep it that chill because the payoff's so rewarding at the end.
Right.
And it's cool because we had as we were recording it and listening to it enough, the video for it was kind of like unraveling in our heads, and it just became this what a vibe. It's a soundtrack song for us,
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
What's the video like? The visuals on that?
Crime.
Bunch of
Yeah.
crime.
Yeah, we had shot some other videos that were kind of leading to this big shootout kind of a vibe, and we really wanted to put everything onto it that we've never tried, always knew we could do, like actual gunshots and some blood and
Nice.
we talked to Felix about what we wanted to do. We're like, okay, we can get everybody in. We have a certain time to shoot in a warehouse of our friend, of Pee Wee's actually, and that was the first time I was director mode with we have 5 minutes to shoot this, 10 minutes to shoot this,
This
and
man
then we
had
gotta move.
notes.
We gotta move on.
Any time code, anything within the song, he already had it written down.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm
there's gonna be a
okay.
gunshot here, and I need to have him on the floor at that point. It was cool to actually get that out
Yeah.
and shoot it all together, and everybody was just so fun. It was such a fun shoot, and people were just down. A lot of our friends were like, "Yeah, I'll get strangled and lay on the floor." And,
So you directed basically, Jacob? Was that what
yeah,
Jacob
but it
did,
was
yeah.
it was something we storyboarded together, and we sat and talked back and forth what we need to do, and we had a vision, and it's always hard for us to calm it down to something that we can actually, something feasible we can actually do and not spend all our money on.
Yeah.
But Nick was like, all right, pull the trigger, we're gonna buy some fake guns. Pull the trigger, we're gonna buy some knives. Pull the trigger, we're gonna buy some blood. All this kind of stuff. And
Or buy some bottles we can
Yeah,
smash.
but
so that sugar glass stuff
Yeah.
that looks real and
Yeah.
breaking movies. We only got
That's
how
fun,
many was
Tony.
it?
like 2 tries. I
We got
believe.
3, so it's
We got 3 of
that.
them. We're
I guess
expensive.
we found out that some of the movie making equipment,
Budget.
making a squib, for fake blood,
Right.
getting breakable glass, it's not inaccessible, and to an extent, it's not expensive, but it's like $20-30 a bottle.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So when you're getting a bunch of other equipment and rentals or whatever for a video, it does
Yeah.
add up. So of course we're like, we'll get 3. That'll give us enough time.
Man.
And there's a scene where I break a bottle over a guy's head. For everybody on the radio,
It
hold on.
starts off almost with that. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Give the people on the radio a chance to think. Everybody, quiet. Close your eyes unless you're driving. Imagine
Too late.
Pull over. Close your eyes.
a bottle breaking over a man's head. Okay, so the very first one, of course, I go to grab the bottle. They're delicate. Immediately breaks. As I clasp the bottle.
Yeah,
All right, we got 2 bottles to use. But we're always trying to up the ante, and we will do this again next year. Again, we talked earlier about how much we, will invest into horizontal videos, and we're like, that still will be a component. We do feel like we can tell our story
Yeah.
visually, what we're trying to get out vertically now. We have a lot of fun with that.
whichever
It's coming
format
along.
it is.
But we still are
adapt.
shooting for IMAX though, guys. You gotta remember
But
that.
yes,
IMAX.
in order to get into
Yeah.
IMAX, you can't do a vertical
Yeah,
IMAX
yeah,
yet.
yeah. Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, sphere.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the sphere.
We could put Godzilla in the sphere.
Sphere Max.
This guy, he's always thinking big.
Yeah.
But we're trying to up
Yeah.
the ante, and so we were like, let's, Jacob really, directed the thing, storyboarded it out, and we worked with Felix on it as always, and,
He's
and
literally
worked
one of
a
the
lot
only
of
guys,
long
I think,
hours and.
would let me be that interactive with shooting.
Yeah.
I don't want to step on anybody's toes with shots and all that because I
Was that the
So the
first
thing-
time for you to do that? To
other
go
ones
in that
before
role?
we kind of
was like
we
a
need to get this
collaborative.
shot, and we just kind of went through a bunch.
Yeah.
We need a shot like this. That was really. This was the first time. Look, to make it fit to the song, I think I know how to do it per like 10 seconds, you know, that little thing. And because we had so many moving parts and people to be in it, I had to like, okay, at like 6 o'clock, homeboy's gonna show up. He can only be here for an hour, so we got to get his shots and shoot things backwards and all that. And like, I'm really into, like, it's funny. As much as I really don't mess with the camera, I'm really into filming and like Tarantino-ish movies and all the cool, just how things are made and all that.
Knives, blood,
He's
gunshots.
seen more movies than me for sure.
I've seen a lot of them. I
Yeah,
love it.
And
I
he's
love
seen
it.
Rush Hour.
And you've seen Rush
And I've
Hour,
also
which
seen
is...
it. I was
In
also
Rush Hour
in it.
2.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yes,
3.
that's
Did you
right.
see 3?
At a certain point,
Yeah,
they all,
dude's
you know,
good.
they all deserve
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
in the same.
But the
I've seen
thing
one.
is, like, going back to what Jacob was saying, I don't mind being, you know...
We're
being,
homies.
yeah, we're homies at the end of the day, but at the same time, I respect him as the man is art.
Vision.
Yeah. It's
watches
great
movies.
collaboration and humility.
He just gets the
Yeah.
ideas. He gets the
Yeah,
ideas.
exactly.
and
We're
he
both
knows
for the
how to
same
execute.
goal.
Exactly.
And there's like shots specifically where I was just like, okay, in Kill Bill, she throws the knife, and when she throws the knife, you see her throw it, then the camera pans, and then it's already like in her eye.
And
Like,
now
we could do that, like pretty good shot, make
And,
it quick.
and I'll
you know?
tell him, I've never seen Kill
And I'm
Bill,
like,
but I
"Damn
know
it."
exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
and I can do that. So,
Work with
yes.
me. Work with me.
Exactly.
But Jacob does such a great job, just detail by detail. I'm like, oh, okay, I know exactly what this guy
Yeah,
wants to do.
it's-
So, you know, it's really easy.
It's fun. It's something like I didn't realize I liked it so much until shooting this video. Honestly, I was like, man, that'd be fun just to keep doing this. And
So basically, what you're saying is you got into the music
To make the
to
movie.
make movies.
because I mean you do the same thing as a producer, you know, working in the
Yeah,
studio.
yeah.
It's like,
And it's fun
time.
too.
No, it's pretty badass, guys. And you guys, I mean, just all over the internet. I mean, your videos are on YouTube. You know, you're shooting so many different things. You're making so much content out there. So just look them up, and you'll be
Yeah.
able to find it.
Can I plug at the
You
end
can.
here?
yeah.
We've got a brand new single coming out January 19th. Check out our Instagram. Follow us on there. That's a big deal to us. We have a mailing line. What's that?
Coming out on his birthday.
Yeah.
It's coming out on Tony's birthday. So if you don't listen to
At
it,
least do it for Tony. At least
Yeah.
you're personally waging
Why
war on
wouldn't you?
Tony, and we will find you
Yeah, you don't mess
and
with Tony.
force you to listen to the
The
song.
good man here, y'all.
Yeah,
That's right, damn it.
Do it for
Cosign.
Tony.
Yeah, new single.
Do it for
New
Tony.
single dropping January 19th.
Hashtag do it for Tony.
Yeah. Tony Strong.
Yeah, Tony Strong. Stream I Try, January 19th.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sold out show, sold out release show at Mall Market.
Yeah.
That's a friend Somia's awesome artist market in Montrose in Houston. We've already got a sold out show. We're playing an intimate sort of NPR Tiny Desk style concert, sponsored by St. Arnold's, Topo, Chico.
Yeah, excellent. Well, congratulations on everything so far. Man, the music's pretty badass.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
was
Thank
really
you.
digging
Thank
it. All right, well, thank everybody for tuning in to this week's show. You can listen to all the other episodes. I don't know, how many are we? Must scratch like 14? Something like that. Different places all over the internet. And follow us on YouTube. Watch the video, see what actually happens here, and some of the behind-the-scenes stuff with Jason Esparza behind the board. Sorry. Now, I want to thank Astro Inn for coming and hanging out, man. It's been fantastic talking to
Thank
you
you guys for
guys.
having us.
Good to see some of you guys again. I know it's been like a decade,
been
since
a
the last time we
long
hung out,
time,
but
man, but yeah.
good to see you guys again. I want to thank Frank's Pizza for sponsoring the good grub that we've had, Adley Law Firm for making this happen, and man, for everybody else, man, everybody be safe. Talk to you next week.